Good day and welcome to Destination TEFL. My name is Billy and I am going to do a quick presentation for you to talk about what it is that we do here at Destination TEFL itself. Before we get started, let's just get some of the finer details out of the way. So let's start firstly with what is a TEFL certificate. So TEFL stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. And a TEFL certificate is almost like a passport for teaching English, which will allow you to become an ESL, English Second Language teacher, in countries where English is possibly not the native language that they speak. And therefore, an ESL teacher would be required, and that's pretty much where you would be teaching itself, all right? A TEFL is also special training that helps you to understand how to teach English effectively, even if you've never taught before. So to sign up for this program, you do not have to have any previous teaching experience. You do not have to have any qualifications in teaching. What we would like you to have at least is to have some interest in actually making a difference through education. That would be very, very beneficial for you. With the TEFL certificate, you will also gain skills like, for instance, how to create a lesson plan, how to manage a classroom effectively, and then also understanding different cultures. And then also the TEFL certificate will give you the opportunities to do some of the most exciting job opportunities all around the world, where you can share your language skills and make a difference in the people's lives through education, which is pretty much what we stand for and what our motto is here at Destination TEFL itself. So let's start off first with getting a job. Without a TEFL certificate, it would be hard to find a teaching job in any other country. A TEFL certificate is like your ticket. The minimum requirement for the majority of the teaching positions and teaching abroad positions would be to have a recognized TEFL qualification with a minimum of 6 to 8 hours of teacher practice in it. The TEFL certificate will give you confidence to be able to stand in front of a classroom and deliver a stellar lesson. It also gives you a great understanding of the different cultures. Not only will you be dealing with the local culture wherever you'll be teaching, but you will also be exposed to different cultures of your colleagues and possibly even the trainees that are on the course with you. A great way to learn about other people, where they come from, and you also sharing your experiences and where you come from with your peers, as well as your future students or wherever you are going to teach. It's also a great way to grow professionally. A TEFL certificate can help you to advance in your teaching career if you choose to do that. But even after the teaching career, I think that it should not be missed that the fact that you are doing a TEFL and that you will be teaching, you are actually gaining an excellent skill, which is training, and that you can take further in your future career, wherever you land up eventually after your great adventure. Some people decide to come and do a TEFL program for a year or 2 years and then go back into the corporate life. Some people decide this is a career move, that they want to do their TEFL qualification to get into teaching itself. It really depends on what you want to do eventually. A TEFL is a great thing, and please note that the TEFL never expires. So at any point, you can always lean back into your TEFL certificate. If you, let's say you came to Asia and you did like a year or 2 years here, go back to your home country, fall into the corporate life again, and then decide, no, you actually want to come back, and then you can fall back onto your TEFL qualification, as well as your teaching experience, for some great, amazing new experiences and adventures later on itself. So let me introduce Destination TEFL to you. So Destination TEFL offers a unique opportunity to gain a 140-hour TEFL or TESOL certification and to immerse yourself into the Cambodian culture and receive guaranteed job placement assistance. Now, the TEFL qualification is recognized internationally. We have our trainees or our alumni teachers that are teaching pretty much all over the world, from Latin America to the EU, to the UAE, here in Asia, and it goes all the way up from China all the way down to Indonesia, and it will definitely allow you and give you that opportunity and qualification to be able to teach in any of those countries itself. It's a great cultural immersion as well. You know, as part of the program, we will do some cultural activities with you. You experience some of the rich cultural, Cambodian cultural things that kind of happens here, and we will try and keep it as interesting as possible for you. And then lastly is obviously the job placement, where we offer you the job placement assistance in securing a teaching position in either Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, or Vietnam itself. What I will do is I will add a link in the bottom of the description with more details about the job guarantee, which I would encourage you just to have a look at, because certain nationalities do qualify for the guarantee, and it would generally be from the native English-speaking countries, which I will deal with a little bit later in this presentation itself. So let's start with why Siem Reap, Cambodia. Now, Cambodia is an amazing country, and for those people who don't know where it is, it's wedged between Thailand to the left, as well as Vietnam to the right. So it's right in the middle of the two countries, with its border actually also on the north would be Laos itself. So you've got Thailand, Laos, as well as Vietnam, and then Cambodia in the middle. Cambodia does have a coastal line as well, which goes into the Gulf of Thailand. So it's not a landlocked country itself, and a lot of people that have possibly never heard of Cambodia, but I'm here to tell you Cambodia is absolutely amazing. One of the most amazing things that we have here is that we've got Angkor Wat, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is approximately, I would say, about 8 kilometers away from where our training center is. And for those people who have never heard of Angkor Wat, if you've watched Tomb Raider and you saw Angelina Jolie jumping through the temples, this is pretty much where it all happened, in Tomb Raider. So Angelina Jolie is like a big celebrity here, especially here in Siem Reap, where we are based. Super amazing cultural richness, local traditions, bustling markets. There's a thriving art scene. So really amazing cultural activities that you will be able to experience whilst you are here as well. Definitely a great community spirit. I definitely can say that I have been fortunate enough to have traveled quite extensively in my life, and the Cambodian people are possibly one of the friendliest, most accommodating people that you will ever find, and you will be welcomed with open arms, and the people will be here to help and support you to the best of their ability. Another great thing about Cambodia is super cost effective, which means that it's a low cost of living. So which is great. So it makes your dollar stretch a little bit further itself. But I think that in pretty much all of Southeast Asia, that's it tends to be the big calling or drawing card for everybody to come to Southeast Asia, is because of the cost effectiveness of the cost of living, I suppose, of living here in Southeast Asia, where it is very, very affordable, with very good salary expectations that you could experience. So our TEFL program is a comprehensive 140-hour TEFL course, which is done over a 4-week period. And in this 4 weeks, the first 2 weeks of the course is where we deal with all of the theory side of the TEFL qualification. So this is where we'll kind of deal with the teaching methodologies, language skills, classroom management. And then in the last 2 weeks of the course is where we deal with the practical experience. And this is where we take you to a real school where you get to deliver lessons to real students, and you are then observed by your trainers, who will give you constructive feedback based based on the lesson that you have delivered. In general, that would be between 6 to 8 hours of teacher practice that you would be doing, and it would be with both small kids as well as adult or more mature students. So we give you a very, very good spectrum and variety of students that you would be teaching to help you hone your skill as a great ESL teacher. And then obviously, once you have completed and successfully passed the program, you will be issued a internationally recognized certificate, which opens up global opportunities for you wherever you plan to go. So let's talk about the cultural immersion and the activities that we do. So it truly depends on the season. It depends on how many people are signed up for the program. But it could vary from a number of different things. So it could possibly be that we will be doing a Khmer cooking lesson. It could be that we will visit Tonle Sap, which is the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. It will also do a short little discovery tour of Angkor Wat. So it's not going to be like a full tour, but it's like an overview so that we can kind of go and show you the temples. You can go and do a proper temple tour on your own dime and own time, because it will most probably take you 2 or 3 days to go and see all of the temples. We can't fit that into them. And as well as we possibly could do some Apsara dance experience as well, which is like a local cultural dance, which is offered, which is normally done by the locals here in Cambodia itself. You'll definitely be befriending some of the locals, and one of the great things is that we also give you a Khmer language lesson, either 1 or 2 depending on the course, but you will learn all of the basics about how to possibly greet, tell you what your name is, etc., in the local language as well. It's just part of kind of immersing yourself in the local culture itself. Then also we do community engagement. So your teacher pracs will be done at a local school, or actually like a village school. We as Destination TEFL, we've adopted the school back in, I think it was August 2023, where we have taken over and restructured their whole English curriculum. We've also helped with certain things that happens at the school itself. For instance, as you can see on the picture under the community engagement, it looks like it's still super ground or dusty school grounds. We have since paved the school grounds just for a better learning environment for the kids, as well as we are in the process of replacing all of the roofs. Depending on when you come, you will most probably be able to see some of the amazing work that we've already done in the community. And just FYI, as part of your course fees, a portion of that actually goes towards the school, and the village is our way of giving back to the community, and we will continue to do that. We also help you with your accommodation. So please just note that accommodation is not included in your course fees. That is a separate fee that you would need to pay, and you can choose to book your own accommodation, or you could use our connections with these accommodation options that we have available. One of the options would be to live in a hotel for the 4 weeks, and the other option would be a more of a self-catering type of unit. So if you're a little bit more independently, then the self-catering unit might be the best. The great thing about all of them is that it is very comfortable. The hotel is most probably a little bit closer to the training center than the self-catering units, but it truly just depends on what you choose and what your preference would be in terms of your living arrangements. But that completely is up to you. And again, you are welcome to source your own accommodation if that makes you feel better. But we will assist you with any of the accommodation that you wanted to book through us. Basically, what you would do is you'll tell us where you want to stay. We'll book it on your behalf, and you will pay on arrival when you arrive here in Cambodia to do your course itself. So the benefits of our guaranteed job placement assistance is for you to obviously secure a rewarding teaching position. And let's talk about the job placements a little bit in more detail itself. So we do not believe in the process of just taking any student and placing them in a school without the actual teacher actually having any say whatsoever. So we reverse it a little bit. We want to put the ball in your court itself. So what we have an extensive list of schools across Cambodia, and what we do is we will distribute your CV to our complete network of schools across Cambodia. And it obviously depends on which schools are hiring at the time, what positions are available, which schools will then be in contact with you. So basically the schools will connect with you directly as if you have applied with them. They will get obviously a reference from us to say that you have completed your Destination TEFL course. And then once we've sent your CV through to the potential employers, they will be in contact with you directly to schedule an interview and for you to ask the questions that you want to ask and to really understand exactly what the position is about. And then from there, you can decide whether you want to take the position or not. Well, our guarantee is that you will be interviewed and you will receive a job offer. That is our guarantees. It's completely up to you whether you choose to take on the positions that are offered or the offers that are made to you. Please just note, our guarantee does not allow you to decline any decent offers from schools. If you decide that you want to decline an offer from the school, unfortunately, on our side, we have done what we needed to do in terms of finding a job, making sure that you get a job placement, but you will also have access to our a closed Facebook group where we advertise certain jobs. So you're more than welcome to apply for jobs directly if you choose. And it's truly up to you what you and how you want to handle it. We also do a final day work readiness workshop, which is generally led by myself, where we talk about what to expect during the interview process. We do a couple of mock interviews with you, what questions to ask, what questions to expect, what salary expectations, etc. And it really is to kind of get you ready for that interview so that you can nail that interview and secure the best possible teaching position for yourself wherever you kind of want to teach it eventually. We've got some great testimonials from our alumni, and I encourage you to go and visit Go Abroad or even Go Overseas, which are both independent review sites, and you will see all of the great feedback that we have received. But it's also nice to be recognized as well. As you can see on the screen, Go Abroad, I think this is our third nomination for the Innovative TEFL and Teach Abroad program. And that's specifically because what we do is you can do your TEFL qualification here in Cambodia itself, and then be offered job placement in any of our other destinations within our network, which would be Thailand, it would be Indonesia, as well as Vietnam, and then obviously Cambodia, where you would be doing your TEFL course itself. Pre-departure, once you've decided that you want to do our program, you will sign up for the program, and then you will receive a detailed email from us, which will include a pre-departure checklist, which will guide you to get yourself ready for the program. It would include a pack of what to pack, what not to pack, what plugs to use, etc. So really quite a good and extensive guide to get you prepared for your amazing adventure as a TEFL student and then eventually as a ESL teacher after completion of your qualification with us. We offer you also visa guidance, and it truly depends on your nationality. Each and every person has a different profile, and it depends on your profile what we would suggest in terms of the visa, whether we would like you to apply for a visa beforehand or whether you can get a visa on arrival. But that we will deal with you individually, and possibly something that we can also discuss during a call if you so please. We also help you in terms of your arrival. If you book your flights to arrive in Siem Reap, one of our team members will be at the airport to welcome you and take you through to your chosen accommodation. So it's kind of cool that you know that there will be somebody of the team which will welcome you with completely open arms and making sure that you are settled in your new destination, wherever your new place where you will be doing your TEFL qualification as such. Arrival support, you will also receive arrival support in the sense that if you fly into Siem Reap, one of our team members will be there to meet you at the airport and take you through to your chosen accommodation. It is great for you to know that somebody will be there waiting for you with open arms and welcome you to the Kingdom of Wonder. So in terms of the possible teaching locations in Southeast Asia, it really depends on, firstly, your nationality, so what your passport is, as well as your language abilities. So generally what we do look at is we deal with the native English speaking countries. So the native English speaking countries would be America, it would be Canada, UK, Ireland, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. So we've got 7 native English-speaking countries that we can truly assist and that we can do that guaranteed job placement assistance with. If you fall out of the native English-speaking countries, we'll still be able to assist you. However, job placements might be a little bit different. So let's go through all of the different countries in terms of the job placements that you can have a look at. So on the screen, you will see on the left-hand side, we've got our teaching locations. We've got Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, as well as Vietnam. For all 4 of those destinations, you need to be a native English speaker. So, which means that you have a clear accent and you are a native English speaker or native English speaking sounding itself. So some people, English is obviously not their native language. If you haven't picked it up, it's not mine either. So the schools would be open to people with a clear and neutral English accent if you are from a native English-speaking country. Then in terms of the job placements itself, so native English-speaking countries, for Indonesia, you need to be from one of the 7 native English-speaking countries. Thailand, the same. Cambodia, however, is a little bit more flexible, open to other nationalities, and that we will deal with on a case-by-case situation. And then obviously Vietnam is going to be the exact same from the 7 native English-speaking countries itself. In terms of age, we can accept people between the ages of 19 all the way up to 55, which we will comfortably be able to assist. And the age limit 55 is purely because here in Asia, or Southeast Asia for that matter, retirement age is at the age of 55. So it just makes placement a little more trickier if you are over the age of 55. It is not impossible. We have dealt and we have been able to assist some of our super teachers over the age of 55. But please just note that there might be some delays in terms of placements. We need to understand that the schools do have certain criteria and what they would prefer in terms of their teachers. So just for clarity, it really just depends from school to school. If you fall outside of the age brackets, please make sure that you speak to one of us so that we can give you guidance and explain to you exactly what would happen and how it would impact your program as such. A bachelor's degree is always good, and especially a degree would be needed for the countries like Indonesia, Thailand, as well as Vietnam. Cambodia is the only country in Southeast Asia where you can actually teach without a degree. Now, your qualification, your degree does not need to be in education. It doesn't need to be in English language or English literature. It could be a degree in accounting. It could be in an engineering degree. It truly doesn't matter. As long as the word bachelor's degree is mentioned on your certificate, you would qualify for Indonesia, Thailand, or Vietnam itself. If you have an associate's degree, that is not a bachelor's degree. If you have a higher diploma or a higher certificate, that is not a bachelor's degree. So just check your qualifications with us. Regardless of your qualifications, we'll definitely always be able to assist you, but it colleges would limit the different areas or teaching destinations where you are able to teach if you don't meet the minimum criteria. So just to repeat, Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam, you need to have a degree. Please don't listen to anybody who says you don't need a degree. To legally teach in any of those countries, you legally need to have a degree in any discipline. Cambodia is the only country in Southeast Asia where you can actually teach without a degree. So let's just make sure that you meet all of those minimum requirements itself. Let's talk about the investment, because I talk about this as an investment because it's an investment into your future. We've got two options. The first option that we have is the full 4-week TEFL program. This is when you sign up to come and do the program from scratch. You want to teach, you want to do your TEFL qualification, you've never done a TEFL before, or maybe you've done a TEFL and just want to have a recap again, but this is most probably the highly recommended process or start would be to do the full 4-week TEFL program with us, which is at $1,695 US. Please note that all of the amounts are US dollar quoted. So the full 4-week course is done at $1,695. Please note this does not include any personal expenses like flights, visas, spending money, etc. This is purely your course fees and everything that is program related. So some of the cultural tours, there's some dinners included, some social events, etc. It is the assistance before you actually come over to Cambodia, as well as the assistance after graduation to be part of the Destination TEFL team and community itself. So 1,695. All right. Now, you might have done a TEFL already, and you are just looking for an option where you would be able to gain some practical experience and then need a job placement afterwards. So we have created what we call the FastTrack Job Preparation and Placement Program. This option is available for those people who have done a recognized and an accredited TEFL qualification anywhere else. Could have been an in-person TEFL qualification, or it could have been an online TEFL, which did not possibly have a practical portion of it where you actually got to teach real students in a real classroom itself. Could have had it, but possibly didn't. But it's a great program, and I sometimes do want to explain this as most probably quite a nice orientation into the real life teaching experience in Southeast Asia itself. So the Fast Track program is only available for those people who already have a TEFL qualification recognized and accredited, either online or done in person. And to qualify for this program, you would need to do a simple assignment, and our academic team will review it. And then based on whatever you've submitted, we will then give you a conditional offer on either doing the Fast Track program, or if you don't meet the requirements, then we will highly recommend that you do the full program as such. Now, how does the two different ones work? So our full 4-week TEFL program will start, let's say it starts on the 15th of April, and that's when your first day is. That's for the full program. The first week of the program is used to deal with a lot of the theory part of the TEFL qualification, classroom management, methodologies, skills training, how to deliver lessons, etc., etc. And that's normally what's done in the first week of the program. The second week of the program is where we review certain stuff that we have done in the first week, but now start moving into the real teacher practice itself. And this is at this point where our fast track people would be joining. So the fast track people will have 1 week of real input sessions with the trainer and getting real feedback from the trainer, making sure that you are ready. And then in week 3 and 4 is where we go to the school, where you then get to deliver your lessons, your observed lessons, and get feedback from the trainers itself. Please note that Destination TEFL does not have a placement options as a standalone. We only offer placement assistance if you have been assessed by us, so either through the full 4-week TEFL qualification, or alternatively through the Fast Track and Job Preparation and Placement program. So over and above your course fees, you obviously need to live somewhere. Your accommodation is $350. This is generally for a single occupancy. If you come with a partner, there is a different fee for twin share or for double occupancy in one apartment or hotel room, and all of this will be shared with you once you sign up with the program itself. Then obviously you also have to pay for visas, so you can either do a pre-applied for visa depending on your nationality, or you can get a visa on arrival, and it's between $35 and $37 depending on what option you choose to use itself. So those are the basic costs. So either $1,695 plus $350 for your accommodation and visa. That's just program costs. Again, this does not include your flights, your spending money, any personal expenses that you might have in total. So it does not include that. I would suggest that you refer to our cost of living guide, which we most probably would have shared with you. I will again just link it down in the bottom in the description, so that you have access to the cost of living guide as well, and you can refer to that to really understand exactly what it is that you are signing a cost of living that you're physically signing up for. I would also highly recommend that you possibly book a one-on-one call with us, where we can just chat to you, get to know you a little bit better, give you a bit of advice about what to do, what to expect, how the program works in a little bit detail if you haven't received all of the information based on this presentation that we have done for you itself. That's pretty much it. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or you would like to book a call, please feel free to click on the links below in the description. You can book a call directly with us. It might be good for you to kind of just meet us and see that we are real. We look forward to being on this journey with you. Our mission is to create awesome teachers who are classroom ready, and who will be making a difference through education wherever they go. Thank you so much, and I hope to work with you very soon. Bye-bye.